Hi everyone, this is Mike Bonin, and I am standing in front of the Barrington Plaza. It's a complex of more than 700 rent-controlled apartment units that is about to be subject to the largest mass eviction in Los Angeles in a generation. That is, unless we do something to stop it. We aren't just talking here about apartment units. We're talking about families. We're talking about seniors. We're talking about workers who are living paycheck to paycheck. We're talking here about people who are part of a robust and supportive community. Let's be really clear. With sky-high rental costs, if the residents of Barrington Plaza are evicted, there is absolutely no way they will be able to afford to stay in the community that they call home. And let's also be really clear. This is not just about this complex and these units. If the owner of this place gets their way, it will set a precedent that could spark a tremendous wave of evictions in buildings all around Los Angeles. Here's the history of this place. This building caught fire in 2020, and not for the first time. Several people were injured in that fire, and a resident died. And it's one of 55 high-rises in LA that don't have fire sprinklers. When I was still in office, I proposed mandating sprinklers in all of these older buildings. The corporate owners of this place, Douglas Emmett, at first said they were willing to install the sprinklers, but only if the city would give them a special exemption from city rent control laws, allowing a massive eviction, perhaps the largest in LA since Chavez Ravine. The city, of course, said no. The law says you're supposed to help relocate tenants during sprinkler installation, and then requires you to allow them to return later to units still under rent control. So Douglas Emmett, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, by the way, they decided to try a new approach, using a state law called the Ellis Act. That allows an owner to evict people if they're going out of the rental business. So Douglas Emmett gave all of these tenants, some of whom have been here for decades, eviction notices a few weeks ago. But here's the thing. Douglas Emmett isn't going out of the rental business. They're evicting the tenants here for just long enough to get around rules protecting tenants, and then they intend to re-rent the units to new tenants. Now, so far, the city of Los Angeles is letting them get away with that. And that's a travesty and a terrible precedent. If they can do it here, the owners of the other 54 high-rises will be able to do the same. And as landlords around the city start doing retrofits to improve things for sustainability, they might try the same thing. If LA is serious about protecting tenants, if LA is serious about keeping teeth in its rent control laws, if LA is serious about preserving affordable housing and preventing homelessness, it needs to step up right now, and it needs to stand with these tenants and fight these evictions. The city cannot be a bystander simply monitoring a mass eviction. It needs to be a forceful advocate for tenants. You can help. The tenants have formed an association, the Barrington Plaza Tenants Association. They are organizing to demand support from the city of LA, and they've hired an attorney to fight this eviction in court. And that lawsuit needs financial support. You can find out more about the organization and donate at the links that I'm providing. In the middle of a homelessness and a housing crisis, LA cannot be a place that allows mass evictions. I am standing with the tenants of Barrington Plaza, and I hope you will too. Thank you very much.